Quick punchline on sig figs versus decimal places as far as we've gotten with that. Uh, Probably you've seen this rule before, but it's worth just reviewing it just a little bit. When you're adding two numbers, you're going to use decimal places as the appropriate measure of precision. So 4.57, suppose I have some quantity that's measured as 4.5 and reported as 4.57. That means it should mean it's between 4.565 and 4.575, roughly, with some degree of confidence. Plus 2340.223, well, that is reported with one more decimal place. We have more confidence, less error in that one. But you always got to go with the bigger source of error, two decimal places. We're going to add those and report it to just two decimal places. But we can go to two decimal places, even though this, if you use sig figs, that's 3 sig figs. This is 6, that's okay, because it's really decimal places that are the more appropriate measure for precision when you're adding quantities. However, when you're multiplying numbers, it's the opposite. We only want to use sig figs as the appropriate measure of precision. If I've got 2.5, that's all the accuracy I have in that number, times a very precise number in terms of sig figs. Well, who cares, okay? And don't pay attention to the fact that it's one decimal place and one decimal place. I could think, hey, it's going to be this guy. That's fictional. Okay, if I change this guy to 2.55 or 2.45, it's going to drastically change this number. Really, all you got is something like it's about 1100,000, 1.1 million. So sig figs for multiplication. Now, to be brutally honest, for other functions like the trig functions that we've been studying, it's hard to have a single hard and fast rule about when that's going to happen. I think we should look at this again to have a really good guide. And I think you should ask me if you're ever confused about when we put things into trig functions, what's the appropriate thing to do. But I wanted to make sure we started out with just this guy. The other quick thing is remember, don't round intermediate results. Just because we don't want to report final answers to too much precision, don't introduce errors by rounding intermediate results too much. Keep extra decimal places or sig figs. Just keep extra precision in your intermediate results until you're really, really reporting a final answer. Okay?